Wait, why didn't it do it? Hold on.
Hello,
everyone.
Hello.
Thank y'all so much for being here. We have Gwyn and Christy.
Yay. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yes, I'm so excited for y'all to be here. Ashton should be popping up anytime. She's running a little late.
It happens.
That's okay. Christy, I told Gail the last time I was supposed to be on, Ashton couldn't make it either. So Gail and I just talked to each other for like 2 hours. So I'm like, we can both talk enough for 2 people. It's fine.
There you go. It's fun.
Yes, we got this. So, have y'all started decorating for Christmas, or are y'all waiting until after Thanksgiving?
I was going to do that this weekend, but my plans have been changed. So maybe next weekend.
We are an after Thanksgiving family. We usually like do the tree the day after Thanksgiving like, that's our Friday thing. We don't do Black Friday shopping. We do it online. We don't do like the beating people over the heads to get like the $3 toaster thing. Yeah. And instead we set up our tree and do like our outdoor lights and stuff. So that'll be our plan. And my parents are going to be in town. So it's free manual labor and less for me to do. My father can do everything with my husband outside, and I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I have to tell myself, yes, I'm going to start. I like to say I'm going to start my Christmas stuff, because if I start now saying I'm going to do it, by Thanksgiving, I'll have it done. I procrastinate so bad. So I have to start taking stuff out and just kind of like slowly add. And then I'm good.
I feel like Christy's house is like super cute and Christmassy, like a Christmas movie on Hallmark.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's not. But I can't do, with all these cats in here on top of me now, I can't do everything I used to or would do. So, like, I quit putting decorations on the trees because the cats just get in it. So it's like lights and cats. Yeah. That's the decorations.
Lights and cats.
Right. It's pointless to do anything else.
In here, a cat climbing in there.
Right. Don't know if y'all noticed, but I was like, because I could hear them back here hissing at each other.
Hissing.
It's okay. I got the water bottle.
Do you have any kittens Do you have any kittens right now? You always have a stray kitten that somebody
brought to your
house.
We have 2 boys, and this is the fun part. We have 2 boys, and these are the last 2 kittens that we have right now. And I cannot get them in to get neutered until the 21st. So they're basically living in my bedroom with me until the 21st. And they're like 2 little love biscuits. One of them literally will make air biscuits on you all night long. Aww. And then when you go to sleep and don't pay attention to him, he will literally like slide his whole entire belly across your face. And then the other one, if you don't pay attention to him, he'll like bite your fingers, not hard, but like enough to like the cat's biting my fingers. So last night was the first night they were in the room with me, and my husband was working graveyard. So all night long I was like, and I usually pull my hair up, when I go to sleep. And I went in there and looked at myself in the mirror this morning. It was like, and I was like, wow, that was a rough night. And my husband came home and I was like, you have fun with that, because he had to sleep during the day. And I was like, we've got like 10 days of this.
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm not going to make it for the 10 days. Like
this
our bedroom.
I'm a dog person, and my dog's not allowed in my bed.
Our bedroom is the one place where we don't let them in. So like now I have to have them there. So yeah, it's not fun.
Aww.
But I mean, they're cute though. So what are you going to do? It's only 10 days. I'll manage.
Yeah.
Every time you get a new kitten, I feel like you're a mom again. Like,
I know.
Newborn.
Every time I'm like, I don't want any more. I don't want any more. The universe is like, that's what you thought. Here's this litter of kittens for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
you
crazy.
have to be careful about that, because the more you say no, the more it's going to happen.
I know. I keep saying, no, universe, I don't need $1 billion. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Here. Now it's
But yeah, I'm still waiting on that $1 billion. It's not showed up yet.
Oh yeah, me too.
yes. We were just talking about Christmas and
You guys,
speaking.
that's what I'm doing this weekend. I am Christmas shopping. So sorry I'm late. I'm actually up in Duluth with my mom, and we were doing Christmas shopping this weekend.
Oh, so you were out shopping instead of
Christmas
coming
shopping. Yep.
Wait, Duluth, Minnesota, Duluth?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in Zimmerman, Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Because my mom's from Superior, so I grew up going to Duluth all the time because we would just hop across the water.
Yeah. It's not far at all, like a bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to growing up. I was there all the time.
Yep. No, I love it. I went to school here, so it's been fun to be back, and it's just beautiful. So.
Aww.
Fun.
Well, speaking of Christmas, look at this cover.
Yeah.
That's
Our
beautiful.
guy.
That's Casanova. And he not only is a massive dick, he also has one.
I love it.
Yes, so hot. So hot.
We came with props.
So hot.
Oh, look at y'all. Love it.
Yes, props.
I am obsessed with this cover. I love it so
I
much.
do too.
really
And now
pretty.
we're like trying we're trying to like figure out a title for the second one because we have a second one that's gonna come out probably like in the spring. And I'm like, oh my God, are we gonna be able to find anything as hot as this or anything that's like that the title is as good? Like, are we gonna be able to come up with something that's as catchy? I don't think so.
I will, but it's gonna be like, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a challenge.
I know.
But it's gonna definitely be a challenge because this is like perfection.
Sorry, my dog's barking at something.
Yeah, he's yummy. So
even-
surely there's one out there somewhere.
Even like the background, I just love the little ornaments hanging. I love.
I know, isn't it cute?
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute. And it's like a novella. So like look at this like cute little book. Like it's a cute little
It's
like
a baby
you can throw
book.
it in your purse. And as long as you know, are like, hey, I love reading sexy guy books, you can sit on the bus or at your doctor's office and read it because it's in your purse. It's so cute. I love the little pocket books. Like I have a couple where I did like little like novellas in a print. And I love that they're like, they don't weigh anything. So you can throw it in your bag, carry it around, read wherever, sitting in the car, pickup line, waiting for your kid at school. You know, other parents are walking by and you can be like, yeah, check this guy out.
Oh, Christy, I love how you're patting him like you're going to burp him.
This cat. Okay, first of all,
she's a mother. Like every time she gets a new cat, it's like, oh, a baby in the house. Oops.
this is Junie. Junie has one eye.
I remember when you got Junie as a little baby kitten.
I forget what book I was writing. Anyway, I was on like a horrible deadline, shocking. And she wants this. If you're sitting here at this table, this is like her time, she thinks. So she would not leave me alone. I would like put her down. And she just kept coming back. So I finally just had to go get like one of my husband's sweatshirts with a hoodie and flip it around and just put her in it. And that's literally how I wrote that novel.
Cute. She just wants to be cuddled.
Yeah, if I don't like do this, she'll just keep trying to tap my legs under the table. This might be a better solution for now.
I love it. No, we like Junie. She can join us.
Well, I have a lot, so.
What is the Christmas Eve Casanova about?
Oh, go ahead, girl. You tell them.
So it's a super, super naughty enemies to candy cane lovers story is the way we describe it. So it takes place in small Townsville, Illinois. And our main character, Mary Sweet, is back in her hometown after 10 years away. And she runs into her older brother's best friend, who was her crush in high school and who crushed her heart in high school. And she hates his guts more than anything. And then they fight over a candy cane. And it leads to the candy cane being inserted into certain orifices.
Now that's a new one I haven't heard or thought of yet.
It is a very naughty, very smutty, very dirty little romp.
I love it.
And everybody who has read it, literally the quote is, I will never look at a candy cane the same way again. Every single reviewer has said that, I think. Or 9 out of 10 have said that.
Okay. I have a question. Okay. So I'm assuming the candy cane goes in her.
You just almost made me spit wine out my nose.
because on one Cougar Talk we learned about sounding.
Yes, it goes in her orifice, not his. And there's some other food play involved. This story was originally called Her Cucumber Lover. And they fought about a cucumber. And the same thing, it was the same story, but we wrote it for an anthology. We do the same anthology every year. It's called Eat Your Heart Out, and all the money goes to like food bank charities. And so all the stories in the anthology are all about food. So we wrote this one about this cucumber, and we were like, oh, this is so cute, but it would be really cute when we got our rights back. We were like, this would be really cute as a Christmas story with a candy cane. So we just switched it up a little bit, changed the setting a little bit. Instead of like a spring farmer's market, it became a Christmas Eve market. Yeah. And really, really fun. And it's like probably one of my favorite stories we've ever written, even though it's like the shortest thing we've ever written, because it's just really a fun story. Like if you need like a good palate cleanser, like what we've been seeing is a lot of like dark romance readers being like, okay, I normally read dark, but I read this and it was like the perfect palate cleanser because, you know, light and funny and good banter, and it's super smutty. So
well, speaking of palate cleanser, does he take the candy cane out and then
of course.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. It's a romance book. Of course he does.
Of course.
Okay, but now I'm really curious about sticking a candy cane.
I mean,
of course you are.
I am a doctor, but my doctorate is in law, so I can't give medical advice. But I would advise against it.
Like, how big because the candy cane's pretty thick. And also,
we specifically referenced the size of this candy cane. And it is one of those big, thick, long ones. Oh. You know, a handmade with real peppermint candy cane. We're not talking like the little crappy ones you buy at Walmart the night before to put in your kid's stocking. This is like legit. Can you
imagine? The peppermint would tingle.
Right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
There would be sensations in places.
Especially like other orifices.
Oh, no, that's just fun.
Yes, it's a fun story, and it puts you in the Christmas spirit.
Definitely, in lots of spirits.
Oh, my Lord.
Yay. I mean, I just feel all warm and fuzzy inside just thinking.
Yes. Quite smutty indeed.
It really is.
It really is. And we wrote a second one, and we were like, how do we top that? I don't think we can.
Oh, I think we can.
Is it another Christmas Eve one, or is it Christmas? Like,
no. The second story is like the brother of the heroine in this book. He's like referenced in this book because she comes back to work for the family business.
Okay.
And so he's like offhand referenced. He doesn't appear. So it's his book. And again, we wrote it for the Eat Your Heart Out anthology, and it's about an eggplant.
I mean, that just writes itself.
So you can see where that goes.
Now, so is this one going to be in the spring?
So this one released this past April in the anthology, but the anthology was pulled, like 2 months after. So it's not available right now. And what we're debating right now is whether we want to release it in the spring and come up with like, you know, a fun springy title, or see if we can rewrite it as a Christmas novella and hold on to it for next year. We're not really, we're figuring it out.
Did you see the suggestion of title I sent you earlier?
No, I didn't. No, I did not. Now I have to look to see what she said.
No, you didn't.
Like, I'm wondering, like, how blasphemous it would be if you did something for Easter and used chocolate and an Easter bunny ear.
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
I mean, ideas.
You know, stick with the theme of a holiday and using candy. You know.
Christy, I do like your idea, but like that would take a lot of rewriting.
No, it would.
Okay. No.
Man. But yes, this has been a really fun book to promote, and like we're loving the reviews for it. Everybody's writing like hilarious reviews, so
I love it. I can't wait to read it. But also, I'm still stuck on the chocolate. But could you imagine if he comes up and his whole mouth is brown? No. Don't do that one. Don't put chocolate down.
It would melt.
No.
It would melt in there. It would be like all sticky and gooey.
It would be like brown everywhere on her thighs.
Oh my God.
Yes, I have no words, Gail. I have no words.
Never mind. I didn't think it through.
Oh, no.
Watch. Gail immediately puts up a pre-order for Easter Sunday. her chocolate bunny lover.
Bunny tails.
Oh my God.
That's a good one. That's good.
Yes. Oh
You're
yeah,
making
that
me
one.
cry.
Also, it didn't show the name, so sorry we can't give you a shout out, but yes, you do need to read this one.
Yes, everybody should read it.
That was amazing.
Hi,
Yeah.
Facebook user with no
User,
name.
tell us who you are so we know who you are.
And if you want to if you want them to write something about chocolate bunnies, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if you're interested in chocolate bunnies, we can make that happen.
Right. I mean,
Christy
Well,
and I are both very adept at writing like insane genre jumps. Like we'll write this like super steamy, smutty Christmas book. Then I'll write like a super angsty contemporary, and then I'll do like we'll do our Hallmarky Christmas ones, and then we'll do dark mafia.
Well, yeah, like this
love
one
that.
here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that cover.
Oh yes,
He's
Prince
gorgeous.
Phoenix.
yes. Hey, wait, I'm coming soon. Hold on. Well,
Oh, you got it.
I love how organized y'all are. Like, you're ready.
And
Y'all
that's a
didn't
pretty
know
one,
we were
too.
gonna pull out.
Prince Phoenix is so hot. This book is super steamy, super hot.
So
Love
good.
it. So good. And that one's available now. And the second book in the series releases in when does it release? July.
July.
I had to think
I
about
had to
that.
think about. I did too. July.
It's gonna be
In
hot
July.
summer.
Yes. We
I love
we
that one too.
love crossing genres and writing a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
I love that. I love
Me
that.
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yes. And he is just gorgeous.
Oh yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
So now, is this one more angsty?
Yeah, it's definitely more angsty. This is a super long book. It's like 104,000 words or something. And it's very angsty, second chance, royal with a commoner. There's a little bit of suspense in there. Hey Danielle.
I did.
So like it's totally different. Like there are definitely some like comedic moments in there, but like it's not a comedy by any means. It's definitely more angsty, emotional. There's lots of drama. you know, his country is falling apart and he's the, you know, heir apparent. So it's a really, really fun book. And then the second book in the series is his best friend and her best friend, who are both introduced in this book.
Love it.
Yes.
I gotta read that too. That sounds so good.
Yes.
I like Second Chance. The angst of it, I love it. But then I can't put it down, and I usually read all night. So,
well, yeah, that would take you a while because it's 100,000 words. That would be an all-nighter.
A whole day.
A whole day. Yeah, I mean, that would definitely be a long one. But I love these books. Like, this book is seriously, like, I think Royally Complicated is one of my favorite books I've ever written, not just like our co-writes, but like in general. I really love the characters, and like we created our own country that they live in. So like it's our own setting.
I love
Sorry,
that.
I ended up going over here. I was like,
Shocking.
That's one of my favorite
That's
teasers.
amazing.
Hi, Christy.
Hi.
I was like scrolling because I was going to find more on the other one we were just talking about, and then I saw that, and I was like,
Oh yeah, Royally Complicated came out in the summer, so like my posts about it are probably way down.
Yeah, I'm like, go look at mine because I don't think I've posted too much to Instagram lately.
I love like creeping on everybody's Instagram. Like I've got
and I can always tell when you do, because then I'll see like 1,000 hearts on posts from 6 months ago, and somebody's clearly going through.
Right. I love that though, and I do that too. Like,
no, I do too. Like if something draws my attention to someone's profile or page, I'm gonna look at everything on the page, or like at least I'm gonna scroll for a while.
I'm like, okay, maybe I lied. Oh no,
well,
there's one.
Teaser.
There's a beach right there.
Really Complicated.
Yeah.
There you go.
That.
Yeah, they were fun. It was that was a fun book to write.
And that was another one that started out as a short story that we wrote.
It seems to be our thing.
Right? It started out as a short story that we wrote for the Love Books anthologies. And then it was so good. And it we loved it so much. We were like, oh, we need to do a full book for these people. And that's how we ended up doing it.
They were good. We couldn't just let it end. They were good.
Oh,
yeah.
No way. No, y'all definitely all need to go creep on their Instagram. They got some good stuff. And then here's Gwyn's website.
Which is a mess right now, by the way.
Mine too. I'm like, let's not even look at mine.
I've been so busy. I haven't even updated this.
But I have it ready, Christy. I
don't even think I've updated anything in a minute.
Okay, I like how the gun's positioned. I see
Right.
what you did there.
You see what I did there?
I see what you're doing there.
And it totally fits him too. I mean, once you know the character.
Right.
He runs a sex club, so I mean.
Right. And he loves to murder, death, kill.
I like that too. That's good.
Yeah, I've not updated that in a minute, so make a note of that.
Oh, here you can scroll. Scroll on the books on the bottom though, there, Gail. Because look, I see one of our other holiday books peeking out. Keep going.
Oh, there.
Keep going. All three of them are there. No, only two. That's how long ago she updated her website.
I know. I suck. What can I say?
A year ago.
I know. I'm very distracted by glory hole.
I was looking at the rib job one because the high heels caught my eye on the teaser.
Glory hole. What you got going on there?
A little rom-com novella action.
Love it.
It's a very funny story. Like, her main character her name is Glory. And that's why, and she has a super hot next door neighbor.
That's him.
In a band. His name is Beckett.
Am I in this thing?
Yeah, there you go.
Big.
Hold on. Let me move this.
And she finds a little hole through the wall from her apartment to his and catches him,
She has her own peep show.
Oh my gosh, I love
that. That's so
but
funny.
that whole series is a little bit campy. for lack of a better word.
No, I love that.
They all have strange names.
Rim
Book
job.
two is
This one
Rim
I was
Job.
looking at the teaser for with the high heels. I was like, what's this about?
Book 2 is Rim Job. And book 3 is Big Dicks. But she has her own little funny novellas as well.
Oh yeah, I didn't even pull those because
You should have.
I know. I can pull them. I mean, I have.
Go grab
Pull
them.
it out.
I
Pull it
think
out,
mine are
Gwen.
too buried. Yeah, she has some good ones too.
I just don't know where they are. You have no idea how many.
Oh yay! Yeah, I love the holiday books. They're good.
They're super fun. Let's see. I don't even know where my books are, guys.
Well, while she's there, look, let's talk about this real quick. These are our other little holiday books, and they are like Hallmark, but with sex and cussing.
Cursing?
There they are. They're all out. That's the Warren family holidays. What are you doing back there?
I'm looking. Oh, here they are. I was looking for my books. I was looking for my goddamn books. Girl, I have 45 books now. You know how long it takes
I know.
to sort through
You're
my
crazy.
backlist?
That's amazing.
That's
She's
so
nuts.
Forever to sort through my backlist these days.
You ladies are amazing. I love that.
So yeah, so Christy and I both love the play on words for like books.
Yes.
So my rom-coms are Dick Slip, Nip Slip,
So
and
fun.
Beaver Blunder.
I love
And they're all about wardrobe malfunctions. And you can obviously guess what the wardrobe malfunctions are in each book.
And they're so good. They're so fun.
So now, if y'all wanted to tell readers, sorry, I'm running low on battery. If y'all wanted to tell readers one book from each of y'all to read, and then one that y'all wrote together for them, like that's going to be your one, which one would it be?
Only one.
I feel like I have to say I feel like I have to say our together has to be royally complicated, just because I feel like that's like chef's kiss. It's got everything in it. So
I would agree. I'd agree.
and then solo, that's a hard one. If I say solo, then I'm gonna have to say one that I don't think I don't even give it as much love as I should, and that is The Deceived.
Ooh.
And he is set in the world of The Hunted. So BDSM, age gap, forbidden romance, revenge romance. That's a fun read.
Yeah, I
That's
think
it for me.
I saw a teaser for that one that looked really good.
I'm sorry.
Sounds very angsty.
Well, I saw a teaser for that one, and it looked really good.
Yeah,
That's
I
very
enjoyed writing that. That was the one. Actually, that's the one that the cat sat in the front of my sweatshirt there.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that.
Brandon's
That one has like, it's got some sentimental value.
Right. So yeah, and I don't ever like talk this book up. I don't know why. It's good. Go read it. Right.
That's how I feel too now that I have such a big backlist. Like, oh, I wrote that book 6 years ago. I don't even think about it anymore. Like,
Right. Like I've done moved on from that one.
I'm
So
just bad. I'm bad at it. Like if it's
Yeah.
not a series that like I'm continuing, if it's done,
yeah, but
I'm
you
kinda
have a
like-
lot of good series too.
checked out. Like it's because I don't have room for those characters in my head anymore. Like I can't. I have to make room for the other crazies that are trying to get in. Which is like, if I had to pick my solo one, God, that's really hard. I can't decide between Savage Collision and Billionaire Lumberjack, but
Oh,
it's
I don't
tough.
know.
That's
Yeah.
a tough one. I think I'll go Billionaire Lumberjack just because this cover.
And that's
Yeah.
your newest one, right?
This came out in January, actually, but this is the one. It just hit USA Today bestsellers.
Yeah.
list
Okay.
2 weeks
Okay.
ago.
That's why I thought maybe.
Yeah.
It was
But it did come out in January. It's just nobody knew about it until it hit the list 2 weeks ago.
That's exciting, though. That's exciting.
Because I'm really bad at advertising my books. No, I was kidding. So, Billionaire Lumberjack, it's forced proximity, billionaire in hiding, damaged hero, heroine running from something. They're both hiding from their pasts. Very, very steamy, very angsty. little tiny bit of like mystery suspense, but not a lot. It's mostly just angsty. One reviewer last week actually messaged me and said the thing that was her favorite part about this book is that there aren't any other characters. I mean, there are like little side characters, but she's like, the whole story is just about them.
Right. It's immersive.
Right. She's like, I don't get distracted by like other people coming in. There's no other woman drama. There's no, all this other stuff happening. And I was like, yeah, I think that's why I like it too, is that it's just the two of them locked in a cabin during a snowstorm. They don't know each other. And, he hasn't seen a woman in 10 years other than like the lady who helps him with the groceries. So, he's a little revved up after 10 years.
I love it when they haven't been with anyone in a long time.
Right? Okay, so that leads me to a hilarious question. So somebody in one of the author groups, and I don't know if you ladies are in this author group or not, posted a question yesterday or 2 days ago and said, premature ejaculation, hot or not? And my immediate response was fucking hot if it happens in the right context, right? Like,
Yes, I'm so excited.
This book, so hot in the scene that it happens in because he hasn't seen a woman or touched a woman in 10 fucking years, right? So it's hot. But you should have seen the debate amongst these authors about.
I know, I'm in that group now. Like, I want to hear that debate.
Hilarious. And I was like, I love the conversations we have.
Yes. Like,
that's nothing compared to what Christy and I talk about, but
I think I like it because it's like, I mean, okay, like if you're in the moment and it's like, ooh, I'm almost there, and then it's like, and then just like wow.
Right, exactly.
Like if it's a guy that hasn't been with anyone in a long time, he's just so excited to be with this girl, he just can't help himself. It's kind of like
it's situational to me.
Yes, it is situational. Like, and like he even like is embarrassed about it and says to her like, "Oh my god," and she's like, "No, that was hot." Like she's kind of like turned on by it because she's like she turned him on that much that she like it's a turn on for her that she turned him on that much. So like, it's definitely situational. Definitely, like if the woman's right about to get there and then he comes early, that's
no. Then it's kind of like
no.
But if he's just really excited, then he just can't help himself. He's like, "Oh, this is happening,"
Right,
and
exactly.
I'm like, "Oh, you feel so amazing," and then it's like, I am that amazing. I mean, they just weren't prepared for what they were getting into. It sounds like it's 100%. I'm excited.
Oh. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate. Christy has read every single book I've ever written, and I think she might own up them all now too in print. If not, she's very close to owning them all in print.
It's amazing.
And she's my like hometown girl. Like she's from Wisconsin too. And actually she used to live about 5 minutes from me before I moved to Las Vegas, but we didn't know each other until I had already moved to Las Vegas.
Small world.
Small world. Love it.
How did you two start writing together? Like, how did you meet then?
Many moons ago.
Yeah, so many moons ago I can't count.
This cat.
We met in a reader group actually that like some mutual friends of ours had created, and it's a super small group. There's like 30 people in it or something. Like it's just kind of a friends talking about the books stuff. It's not really like not even that active. Like some people might post in it like once a week or something. But we met in there and randomly started chatting about, I don't even remember what.
I don't either.
And I don't know, we just clicked and started talking every day to the point that my husband has asked me if I'm going to marry Christy.
Aww.
Like,
yes,
like that. So that like we were writing each on our own at that point, and but we kept like coming up with the same ideas, or like we would call each other to get unstuck, and we were like pretty much always on the same page. And we were like, oh, it would be really fun if we like wrote one of these together. And so we did. And then we were like, well, let's make it a series. And then so we did. And it just kind of snowballed out of control.
I love that.
From that point, yes.
Are you both having to plot your books when you're writing, or are you both just pantsers, pass it back and forth? How do you guys process?
I was a pantster. Entirely so. I'm sorry, y'all. This cat will not leave me alone. Entirely so. And then once we started writing together, she's a massive plotter. So that kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. I don't think I don't plot as thoroughly as she does. I still do a little bit of pantsing from here and there, but yeah, she's definitely a plotter.
Ashton's hoping that the plotting will rub off on me.
I try to rein her in as much as I
Well,
can.
after doing that, I was like, why do I just not do this? Because it makes it 1,000 times quicker and easier.
I like that. See?
Yeah, and that's like, I think at least for us, for co-writing, if we didn't know where the story was going, we would have a very hard time co-writing, because there are times where like I'll do the first 5 chapters and then she's going to do the next 5. We don't do like each one does one POV. Like we do like each person writes a chapter or a couple chapters or whatever. And there are times where like I'll send her 5 chapters and say like, it's a hot mess. You might not even be able to read it. You might not, it doesn't sound like English, but, and then she'll have to start on chapter 6. And so like, if 1 through 5 are kind of a mess, at least she can look at the outline and say, okay, this is what's supposed to happen in chapter 6. And she knows where to go. So like, that's kind of, I think, because I'm like a major plotter and like plan everything down to like the little detail, it helps because I can say like, I'm just going to skip ahead and write chapter whatever, because I have it in my head and it's like crystal clear. So I'm going to do that chapter, and I can do that. And I can write them out of order because I know what's going to happen.
Right, but she stays so like, she's like 1,000 times busier than me. I mean, like I wish I had an inch of her drive. Like she gets at it, and I am
Honestly, I feel like we should change the subject.
Gwyn's like, I need to do 55 chapters today.
Out right now. Look at her. She's hiding in her head.
I feel like I'm about to be in trouble. Like, can we talk about something else?
Yeah, wait. Now, I'm thinking this might have something to do with your co-write.
Right, she's hiding over there.
Ask how other people co-write, because this is we're working on our 3rd book together. So I like to know how other people do it.
Well, I want to know how you do it. How do you guys do it?
Yeah, you tell us.
Well, so far it's kind of a hot mess.
So
same.
So whenever you said, well, because she can go back to the outline and we know where it's supposed to be going.
I try to keep it outlined, but Gail always veers very off of the outline.
I can't help it. I'm such a pantser that we'll make an outline, but then the characters just kind of start doing their own thing.
See, but I make like allotments for that. Like Christy and I both do. Like that definitely happens to me too. Where like I'll message her and be like, "Hey, by the way, we have to replot chapters 11 through 25 because chapter 10 went crazy, and that's not what's going to happen anymore." So like that definitely happens.
Yeah.
And then we'll like make adjustments to account for that.
Hi, person that has no name.
Tell us who you are.
Throw your name out there so we'll know who it is.
Throw your name. So we do we will adjust the outline accordingly if something major has changed, or insert an additional 2 or 3 chapters to get us back to the original outline if there's just like an intervening incident or something. Like,
but in all fairness though, like she is so thorough, I don't have to worry about nothing. I'll be like, girl, I think
I veer off it more than you do. I think I veer off of it more than you do. But
I don't feel like you do. Oh, okay.
But I'm really good. You want to know why though? Because I'm really good at getting it back.
That's true.
Like I'm good at steering back. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
Hey, Brittany.
But I mean, here's the thing.
Nice.
Like, I think if Christy and I, and this is probably true for you guys too, if we weren't such good friends, we would probably hate each other. There are times where we are like, so like both of us are like, oh, like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you for 5 hours. And then one of us sneaks into messages and like, I'm sorry, I miss you. Come back. Like, you know, like, you know, we just need like a break. And we're like, you know, we're like, okay, I'm just going to do whatever, not sit at my computer for a while. Like, we definitely both get frustrated with like each other's quirks. Like,
but I mean, we both have strong personalities too.
We both do. And we both have, like, she has a full-time job. I have full-time momming. I edit. I write.
You got a full-time job too, girl.
I do. Like,
let's
I have
not act
7
like you don't.
jobs. I just don't have one that takes me like out of the house. But I have like 7 full-time jobs. And so we're both like, we'll get stressed out about other things and take it out on each other, but we're good enough friends that we're like, okay, we're over it and like move on.
Right. Like the book stuff will never come between our friendship.
And I think that if you're going to write with somebody, you have to have that relationship, or you can't be friends at all. And it has to be a strictly business relationship. Like, I don't think there's any room for in between, because writing a book is such a personal thing. So like, if I write something and she doesn't like it and she wants to change or adjust something, I can't take that. I mean, I can take it personally, but I can't hold a grudge because we need to finish the fucking book. So it's like, you know, and it's the same thing. Like, I mean, there are definitely times where I've said to her, like, I'm not digging where something, like how something you wrote came out. I'm going to adjust it. And if she took that personally every time, we'd never have a book done, you know?
It would never move forward.
She is my editor. So that makes it easier, I think, because I could just be like, yeah, I'm good with that, whatever. Unless it's something like I really firmly believe in, I don't dig in too bad.
And I think you and I are on the page 90, like same page 98% of the time with plotting. Like, if I come up with a different idea, or like I say, you know, I read that scene and I think it would be better if we changed it instead of XYZ, like XYX. And you're like, you are almost always like, oh yeah, that would be better, let's change it. Like, I think that you and I both have the same like ability to picture the same thing. And so if one of us suggests a change, we try not to take it personally, because we can kind of see where the other person is coming from, you know?
Right. And it's not personal. It's work.
It's work.
So,
right.
Books are books, and our friendship is our friendship. So
I like it. It's good philosophy. I like it.
But yeah, she stays super busy, so let's not let her act like she doesn't work her butt off, because she does. She does. You don't have a million books out in a handful of years because you're sitting around.
How many did you just say you have? 42? Is that what you said?
I think 52 now.
50? Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm not even joking. I lost count. I'm not. I mean, my Dark Mafia series, book 19 just released.
Oh my God.
And book 20 releases like Thanksgiving-ish, might be the week after. And then the final book, the 21st book, releases in December. Now, those are only novella length, so they're not like I'm writing 100,000.
Only novella length.
But I mean, but it is 21 books.
Yeah.
So, you know, like when I look at my total number, if I, you know, 52 sounds super, super high, but it's like, yeah, like there are a lot of novellas, because I do like writing. First, I'm weird. I'm either super fucking wordy and will write you 150,000 word like epic love story, or I'm going to write you a 25,000 word, you know, little romp. Like, the in-between books are where I have a problem. The ones where I want like the 40 to 50,000 range is where I have a problem. Like, for example, Holiday Terminal this holiday series, these are like Hallmark, but they have one sex scene and cursing, because neither Christy or I can write clean. The first book is like 48,000 words. And we were like, oh, it's kind of hard to write a short book. The second book is like 53,000 words, got a little longer. And then the third book is like 62,000 words. Like as we started, like you can see them like when they're next to each other, like they progressively get like thin, thicker, because we both, I think, like to write a little bit longer and add a little bit like more depth to the story and the detail. But at the same time, I do like novella length because people's lives are so busy these days that a lot of people want, like, I just want something I can read in 2 or 3 hours in one sitting before bed or whatever. And so I do like offering different options and links and different options and like angst level. You know, maybe I should have stayed my lane and written only one thing for the rest of my life, but that's not how my brain works, you know?
No, absolutely not.
I was just reading Janine's comment here. I was talking about that with another friend about alpha.
Yes.
Half happy up the other. 100%, Janine. Yep. If you're going to alpha read or beta read for an author, you have to be honest.
And it is hard to find good.
It is so hard to find a good
alpha or
alpha
beta
or beta
readers.
reader because people don't want to be honest.
Yeah,
I think they're scared to be honest with the
Right. And I'm like, tell me, does it suck? Tell me all the things you don't like. I loved it all. And I'm like, no, you didn't.
No, because there's no book that's perfect. There's going to be something you didn't like. Please tell me what it is. It doesn't mean I'm going to change it. Doesn't mean I'm going to agree with you, but I want to know what potential readers might dislike. So please be honest if you're going to alpha or beta read with an author, please.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's important. Like, really, it really is important.
Well, it's worse if you have like 5 people tell you like, oh my gosh, it was the best book I ever read in my life. And then you release it. And then all of a sudden, like reviewers like rip it to shreds. And I was like, oh.
Okay. First of all, I don't even care about reviews. I know that sounds bad. I appreciate reviews. I'm so happy to get reviews, but like, I am firmly of the mind that is your opinion. Your opinion, not my opinion, not y'all's opinion. That's your opinion. So I try to bear that in mind because otherwise, if I went into the reviews, sometimes I might cry.
Oh, I have cried. I have one review. You guys will love this. I have a 1-star review on this book on Dick Slip that says, the book would have been good if it had been written by an author with any talent.
Oh.
No.
So that's my favorite review I've ever gotten. Well, actually, I take that back. My favorite review ever was on my debut novel, Savage Collision, where the woman said that because the heroine has a friend with benefits and enjoys sex and has like very pro-sex consciousness and like wants to get laid, that she sounded like, I think the word was like an STD riddled truck driver, because and she said I did a disservice to the entire female population by making her look like a slut.
Oh,
she
my
said there's
Lord.
a fine line between being sex positive and a slut, and I wrote a slut.
All right.
What's wrong with a slut?
Right? That's what I said. I said, this woman is boring. This woman like probably has not gotten laid in a decade.
Well, listen, I'm going to give her a little nod for the STD truck driver creativity. I haven't heard that one yet. I was like, what?
See, and here's the thing. I didn't even cry at that. I wasn't even upset by that review. I think Christy can attest to this. I laughed so hard at the STD written thing. And then I took that review, the portion where it talked like about how it was a disservice to women, and I turned it into a Facebook ad. And I said, I have a sex positive, strong female heroine who knows what she wants and takes it. Don't listen to what this reader had to say about her. And then I put it in a Facebook ad, and it made me so much money. So I thank whichever reviewer gave me that review, because it actually sent a lot of people to my book because they did not want to support slut shaming, and they wanted to support me as an author who writes like sex positive books.
Yeah.
So like, I try not to read my reviews. I'm like Christy, I adore reviews. Thank you for everybody that posts them. But if I read every review and every like person tearing apart my book, I would stop writing.
Right.
would stop writing.
It's disheartening. But like,
so
I feel like I go on Goodreads, they'll be like, this book sucked. And I will say, thank you for reading, because at least you tried it. And if it went for you, it went for you. But like, literally, that's your opinion.
Yeah. And so I don't.
It's not the gospel.
I'll ask my PA to like go in and pull good reviews, like, like good ones that I can use in like a Facebook ad. But I'm like, don't tell me the bad ones. But then like, I stumble upon them. There's the people who think it's really cool to tag you in Facebook when they put a 1-star review of your book and then they tag you in it. That's always fun. But like, I stumble upon them. Like, that's how I stumbled upon Dick Slip. Was I had to go on to like the Amazon page to like look. Oh, I don't know what it was. I had to look to see what the total star rating was for like an ad I was running, and her review was the #1 review right at the top of the page, the 1 star saying that I have no talent. And I was like, ouch, painful day.
Sucks to be me today.
And I'm over it. Like, I mean, it was just like, it was hard. Now I can laugh about it because like,
it's just an opinion. Like,
it's just an opinion.
Just an opinion. And, they're entitled to leave it. So,
right. Exactly. So, like, I try not to let them get to me.
Right. But it can be tough. Yeah. I forget, I had to go look at something one day and I read one and it was bad. I was like, dang, you really did not like that book.
Or they were just having a really bad day.
Right. And there's been books myself that I have like start reading and I'm just not into it, and everybody else is like hyping it up. So I'll just stop for a while because I know it's like me. Mm-hmm. And then if I pick it up later, I'll usually like it. But like, if I'm just not in the mood for that, like, I'm not going to be in the mood for it. And I think some people try to force reading sometimes, and maybe they shouldn't. They should just kind of move on to something else.
Right. And I think if you DNF a book, there's no need to go
star
it and write DNF.
Like, I don't even, back when I used to read and review books before I started writing, I did not ever, and this is just me, I'm not saying nobody has to do that. I never like left bad reviews or, low stars or something, because every book is not for every person.
Yeah. That's my thought too.
So
like, it's not for every person, like, somebody else may love it and give it 5 stars. And I don't want my 1-star review to affect other people buying it who might also love it.
Right. And your bad review really could turn somebody else off, that really genuinely might like the book and now they won't give it a try because you just didn't like it that day.
Yeah. Agreed. So you ladies are doing a Dark Academy, right? Is that your current series?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, tell me all about it. What's happening?
Wow, you got really excited for that.
It's kind of a secret society. It's they're kind of a mafia-ish crime families. But yeah, a lot of suspense, a serial killer.
We have an alligator.
And an alligator.
And an alligator. We have candy canes, you have alligators.
Yeah, that sounds good. And what's the name of it?
The Illicit Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't even have a pen here. All right, I'm gonna have to look that up.
They have beautiful covers too. I love the covers for that series.
I know. I don't even get to look at things anymore. I go to work and I deal with 500 cats and a husband, and I try to write and I go to bed. That's literally my Monday through Sunday.
I scroll Facebook and Instagram while I'm sitting in the pickup line at school, which is like the only time I have to like actually look at anything, unless I'm dictating. Sometimes I scroll while I'm dictating, so I'll be like sitting there dictating a sex scene while I'm looking at Gail Haris's teaser.
Where are you sitting and dictating the sex scenes?
Oh, outside my daughter's elementary school. Of course. I always love it. I'll text Christy and I'll be like, guess what I'm doing today? Sitting outside school dictating an anal scene. But I'm in the car with the windows up. Nobody can hear me.
So, speaking of anal,
I like how you just like segue into
these things. It's a good segue.
Like, every time I take a drink, by the way.
I have something fun. It's that time. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
That's so funny.
So I was looking up, I was trying to think of like, okay, are there any like Thanksgiving sex toys? You know, because Halloween you get themed.
Oh my
Turkey-
God, there has to be a turkey
baster?
shaped
Turkey
one.
baster?
Oh, but here's what's bad, and I can't show that because I'm pretty sure I would definitely get banned. Apparently, there's a lot of Thanksgiving dinner type of videos,
Really?
Oh Lord.
and it's not just the turkey getting stuffed. Okay, look, there's
Oh Lord.
so
I know what I'm doing as soon as we're done. I'm gonna go run off and find those videos.
yeah, and so I was just like, no, I just need like some toys and something that I can at least get away with showing. And oh man, I mean, they were getting like, I was like, ooh, I don't even know if I want to open that up on my browser because then I might get like 50 million. Like, I was like, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom,
your
boom.
suggestions are now on Facebook all gonna be like the
Yeah.
adult toys because they can advertise, but authors can't, right? Like
I
that
know,
makes-
right? It's so not fair. But Etsy had some really interesting things. Like,
Oh my God.
It's a corn cob.
Oh my God.
Oh, terrible.
Like,
on
Okay,
Etsy.
I actually
Etsy.
understand this one though because all the ridges.
right?
Like I can understand why this would be a good toy.
But
Look at me trying to read the description.
it gets better.
Oh.
So by finding this when I was going to Thanksgiving, lots of corn, I ended up with an ice cream cone.
Oh.
Oh.
Is
Okay.
it? Look how fascinating. And you can pick how many scoops you want.
Oh my
I
Lord.
don't. It looks. I don't know.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my God.
And I just love this.
That might be the funniest thing I've ever seen. And it makes me sad that I didn't think of it because I could be making millions of Etsy dollars.
Look at the cone. That's where you hold it. And you determine your scoops
Oh my God.
and the dribbles.
Oh no.
I'm never going to be able to watch my 6-year-old eat an ice cream cone again. Ever.
Like, it
You
just
ruined it.
Oh my Lord.
gets
Oh
all
my God.
over.
All the options. Look at how thick this one is.
I like how there's even chocolate on the cone. Look at that. Where it ran down. So realistic. I appreciate the attention to detail.
These are hilarious.
Wait, where'd it go?
Oh my Lord. That's insane.
Oh, a rainbow.
rainbow.
Oh,
But
I like that one.
yes, they're so fun.
They are pretty fun. I like these a lot.
Like, I was getting so excited. I was like, well, I want to pick my scoops. Like, you can pick all kinds of stuff. Like, look at that extra large, man.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Talk about a double scoop.
Like who decides like one day, I really just, my dream job is to make ice cream shaped dildos.
This had to be somebody that was over corporate life.
They were
just came
done.
into work one day and was like,
They
I
were
have the
done
best
with it.
idea.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's got like solid reviews.
200 5-star reviews.
The texture.
I mean, that's pretty amazing.
It's the reviews that get me.
Oh, I love this. It will be fun to role play with. Oh, the ice cream man's here. Ooh, are you going to give me 4 scoops? Man, that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, people are loving it. I mean,
They are.
Yeah, they couldn't be happier.
I mean, I guess so.
And it arrives by December 2nd, so it's the perfect Christmas gift.
It is. I mean, It's just, I don't even want to know what's going on with the frog.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh no.
But and you can pay in installments. So
Oh,
it just gets better.
it
Even
does.
better for everyone. It's
Good
for everyone.
times on a budget.
And I found
Oh
this.
my god, the
What?
nut and bolt. Do I even want to know where the bolt's supposed to go?
Yeah.
I mean, I get where the nut goes, but like,
I mean, this is pretty intense, y'all. This is
that.
that
Yeah,
was
this.
serious. That was intimidating, honestly.
But look, it has exactly the same number of reviews.
Oh, interesting.
That makes me think they're fake.
Or do you think it's the same people buying?
Maybe that's true. It might be, but like, it's just weird. They both have exactly 200, and it's the same star rating. That's the attorney in me being skeptical.
Get one of these in every size.
The extra large screw.
Oh God.
Is that cheese?
Why is there cheese next to it?
I don't want to know. Nope. No.
It's ravioli.
Don't ruin cheese
It's
for me.
ravioli
though.
and then cubes of cheese. I don't understand.
Yeah, we might want to move.
We're getting out into the deep end now.
I don't want to know.
Let's go back to the ice cream.
Ice cream was more fun.
Oh my god.
I just can't. Like,
I thought I was a creative person, but I would never think to do this, to make this.
no. I honestly feel a little bit, like, yeah, I'm out. They're out of my league, man. Oh, to the shop.
Oh, that makes sense, Janine. Thank you. That makes a little more
Thanks
sense.
for
Okay.
that.
Here I was skeptical, like, ooh, it's the same number of reviews, but I'm not big on Etsy, so.
Well, now I'm wondering also, like, the pictures, what are they using the cheese for? Where's these chicken mats?
I don't know. No. And I love Etsy, but I've never seen this on that side of Etsy.
Some things I don't need to know.
There is a super dirty side of Etsy. I discovered it several years ago.
Did not know that. That's usually just where I get, party things for my kids' birthdays.
Well, this is a party thing. Maybe not a kid's
Yeah.
party, but it's a party
Yeah.
thing.
It's a party, all right.
It is a party.
Now I'm really intrigued to see if there's a turkey leg.
Turkey leg.
When you said Thanksgiving meal, I immediately thought a turkey leg dildo. That was like literally my first thought. Janine, you and I are on the same page.
Yeah.
So then like when you came up with the corn, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Where's the turkey leg?
And then ice cream. We veered off. See, this is what Ashton was trying to tell y'all.
Yeah.
Veered
Well, at first you
off
started
course.
it segueing with like, speaking of anal, and so
It was the smoothest segue to anal I have ever experienced in my life.
And that's an example of our co-writing.
Yeah. So that's my Cougar Talk.
I love it. It was a great.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Oh, and I missed the Gail's Google at the beginning. What was your Google?
No,
topic
I
today?
didn't actually.
Oh, that was just that. Okay.
No.
No, we were just talking about cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
let's talk about
All right. All right.
cats.
Oh, look at that cat is so adorable.
Cute.
Oh,
Very
Yeah.
cute.
it just wants to be part of the show. I love it.
He's a star.
It's her time to shine.
Does anyone have any questions at all for us?
About books, preferably, not the ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Well, no, like I'm super intrigued by. I mean, you guys are kind of like us. Like you're.
She's
Well, at
not-
least
I thought we were going. Never
I
mind.
was
You seem super intrigued. I was like, okay, so
No, I'm not intrigued. I'm not intrigued by the ice cream.
I don't know.
I'm intrigued by the fact that, like, Gail, your solo stuff is not dark. Like, well, maybe the stuff I have is only the only stuff that I read has not been dark. So you have like a spectrum like we do. Like you do a little bit of
yeah, I like to do humor.
Yeah, like the ones that I've read have all been like funny or lighter or like a little bit angsty, like not dark.
Yeah, I kind of let my darker side really shine with Ashton.
Yes.
She makes me stabby. No,
I make her feel stabby.
That's good. Well, do you guys know Kat Mazzara, the author Kat Mazzara? So she's a good friend of mine. She writes hockey romance mostly, and I had her reading my Dark Mafia books, and she got to book 2 and messaged me and said, "I'm like genuinely terrified to be in the same room with you now because you wrote this person that can do this thing. Like, how in your head did you like come up with this? Like, you are a sick person." And I was like, thank you. Like, that's the greatest compliment you could ever give me.
I was going for.
And she was just so horrified by it.
yeah.
Because she doesn't read dark normally. And she was like, I am horrified, but I also like him. And that takes like a really genuinely like deft hand to make a reader who doesn't normally read dark romance like somebody who is this terrible.
Yeah. And I feel like, sometimes it also is the people that are.
Oh, we lost Christy. Probably the cat.
The cat did it.
The cat's like, I want my attention now. No, I think there is something though about it was the cat, wasn't it?
My cat took me out.
We knew it was coming. You warned us.
I knew it was like that. It's been quiet, so.
No, but I think there is something about people that are usually like upbeat and bubbly and then writing dark. I mean, honestly, I feel like those would be the more likely psychopaths.
Oh, for sure. And here, and this is where my expertise comes in. So I am a retired criminal defense attorney. And I have dealt with many, many psychopaths and people who did really horrific things. And I will tell you that the people who do the genuinely most horrific things are often the nicest clients. Like the people who are respectful,
because they hide
call
it.
me ma'am, who sit there and like answer my questions. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Like are respectful. They thank me for my time. The people who do not, the people who are total jerks and treat me like crap and, were disrespectful to me, were almost always the people who are like drug dealers. Like it was always it was always kind of like the low level street drug dealers who like had no respect for women. And then the people who were like murderers and rapists and truly terrible things treated me with respect and were the easiest clients to work with. So you are absolutely right.
Narcissistic parts of them.
Well, it's partially that. And it's also, I think, that a lot of like, and I mean, obviously I've studied a ton of psychology on this because I have to argue to a judge and a jury about these cases. So a lot of it is that those people snap in and out of it. Like they genuinely do not always act that way. Whatever incident happened or whatever they did, they are genuinely not like that all the time. They could be fine for however long before some sort of violence occurs. And so that's how they genuinely are in their day-to-day lives and how they were raised to treat people and treat women and whatever. And then there's these things that happen and these outbursts that happen because of their mental health or because of whatever's happening, or just because they're a genuinely bad human being, which also happens. And that's different than somebody who's like, maybe was not raised to respect women. Maybe somebody who was not raised to, treat people that nicely. That's why I think that there's the distinction between like the two groups of people that I represented. And I think that writing dark romance and writing like a truly good psychopath or sociopath, if you do the psychology and you really look at it, yes, a lot of it is kind of gaslighting, and a lot of it is them presenting what they think you want. But it's also a lot of that's just genuinely like how they are outside of the individual moments of their lives. And so it's a very like interesting dynamic that 98% of the time this might be happening and 2% of the time this might be happening, and they're totally different people. And that's why I like writing it, because
I'm fascinated with them. I love it.
Well, because I mean, a good dark hero is a total psycho with everybody but the woman, right? I mean, they melt only for the one person, and that's what makes readers like them. And so that's why I like dark heroes and dark romance and the darker side of things in general.
Yes, I love it. I love a good villain.
Oh, I do too. Like I would much rather choose the villain than the good guy in 90% of the stories I read.
Yes. So deliciously dark. Ashton, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that was intentional. I don't want to talk to you guys.
Like background noise, so I was like, while we're listening. So yeah.
No, that was intentional.
I know. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I am. I know. Well, yeah. Did you have any questions, or I can't see the comments on my phone?
No, I can't either.
Making the tools.
And making the tools of their trade.
We did have a good fun time tonight. Yep.
We had a fun time. Whoever Facebook user is.
I know. Facebook isn't telling us who we have. Only some people.
That's the only thing I hate about StreamYard and the interface. It's like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's like. But it is nice to be able to actually chat and have multiple people on. And
yes,
actually have Christy with me this time.
I know, yay.
We're so glad you came, Christy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad to be here. I don't do much of this stuff because
it was so nice to chat with both of you.
Christy's the introvert. I'm the extrovert. Could you tell?
Right. Usually I'm like, yeah.
She usually is like, let's let Gwyn answer that. Let's let Gwyn answer that. Gwyn, why don't you take
I'm
that?
not shy. Let's get that straight. I am not shy. I just don't.
See, that's how I am. I'm not shy, but I hate doing lives by myself.
Right. I don't like that either.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hate being live, just me.
Me too.
So weird for me, like just staring at my face.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that and like you're waiting for somebody to ask a question. You're like, okay,
I'll just sit here.
Talk to myself.
Look at myself.
Talk to myself.
Yeah, awkward.
Yeah, it's not for me.
I used to do a lot of lives, but then Facebook changed the algorithms and like nobody gets notified when I go live anymore. So I stopped doing it because it was like I'd get
I
one.
hardly ever see when someone goes live. Like
well, you used to get a pop up that immediately that says like so and so is live. They never like they come up maybe 1 out of every 10 times. So I gave up.
I can't even tell you the last time I saw one. It's been a minute.
Yeah. That's why I do like StreamYard, because it'll set the thing up where it'll say, hey, we're going live at this time. And then I will get a notification.
That's good. Yeah, no, I didn't know
if everybody gets it, but it will say like Cougar Talk, it's going live.
I do get that when you guys go live. I do. When you guys go live, when Cougar Talk goes live, I do get your notifications on Friday.
Yeah, I think it's something with StreamYard, so I don't know.
It might be, but that's a good point. Now that I know that, maybe I'll use them and try.
Yeah, try seeing if you get a difference with it.
I'll see if I can come up with some better toys. I tell you, like, I'm going to look for that turkey leg. I'm going to look. I mean, there's got to be like a pumpkin pie slice or something. I mean, there's so many
flavor.
What?
Maybe like maybe some Thanksgiving flavors that you can
flavored ones. Yes, maybe. I kind of feel like I need to look this up now because.
Yeah.
Well, was it last year that they did the Thanksgiving dinner flavored jelly beans?
Oh, maybe.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
It was so disturbing. I don't understand why they feel the need to do this, but
Yeah.
they have like, it's a mixed bag called Thanksgiving dinner, and one is turkey flavored, one is mashed potatoes, one is green beans, one is corn, one like, and they're all mixed together in a bag of jelly beans. And like, you should have seen, I was reading this review thread for them, and it was like the funniest thing I'd ever read in my entire life. It was like, I had like tears again running down my face while I was reading these reviews of these terrible Jelly Bellies. Hey, new Facebook user who just came on.
Yes.
It's not telling us your name. Sorry.
Yeah. But we're happy you're here. You.
Thank you for saying hi.
Oh, me. But I'm probably going to have to go, ladies. I'm still in the restaurant and they've closed. So, like, it's
oh, no. Oh, my God. Girl.
No, I mean, like, my husband's still here. But I keep getting creeped out. I keep thinking, like, is somebody over there? Yeah, because I got behind. I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it home. So
I'm gonna do it from the. Hey, I give you props for doing it from the restaurant. Like that's
like I like dove in, grab some pita bread, and like that's what I've been nibbling on.
You got to do what you got to do, right?
I know, because yeah, we had a birthday party and different stuff. So I was just like. That's why y'all ever heard a noise like somebody walking in or not. But
well, thank you so much for having us. I really appreciate it. It was
thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it was Lori.
Oh, hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Lori. Did you hear our Thanksgiving discussion?
I'm just gonna be giggling all Thanksgiving dinner, and my husband and my parents are gonna be like, "Why are you laughing?" And I'll just be like, "You don't want to know." And like
I didn't know you were at a restaurant, so the fact now that I know that you've had this entire conversation at a restaurant has just made it that much better.
Especially when she was like, "Speaking of anal,"
right? look at this big old ice cream schlongy.
How many scoops do you want?
Dessert? Oh my God. That's funny. Well, thank you all for having us.
Yes, thank you
so much.
And y'all be sure to stalk their Instagram, their website.
Stalk us, get our new release.
Right.
Steve
Yes.
Casanova.
Wait, where'd he go?
Yes.
Or you can pick up the Warren Family Holidays and pick up the Warren Family Holidays.
Yes, get your candy cane and read it.
Yeah.
Really complicated.
Yes, and that too.
So many
All
good
right.
ones.
Good night, ladies.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.